Howdy boys and girls, White Citadel here. Got a gameplay for you, the map Underground, just standard team deathmatch. And today I wanted to talk about the 720 for the 720 official channel a bit. Primarily the games that might be launched at the launch title, and then a little bit of news about the title of the system itself. Rumor came out the other day on a Australian news site, I believe, that all the employees of Microsoft have been calling the Xbox 720 Project Durango. Now that doesn't mean anything at all because like the Kinect for the longest time was called Project Nadal. So a lot of times they just give games little code names as a way to, I don't know, kind of keep the media guessing, keep people from speculating too much. And I think that's probably what they're doing. I don't understand how Durango makes any sense for the next system, but again, we're at the stage right now where we still don't know anything about it besides random rumors and speculation. So who knows what's going to be the final outcome, but that's just a little bit of news, noteworthy at least. The next thing I want to talk about, and something way too early to be discussing, yet everyone's discussing it anyway, and that's the games that might be available as launch titles. And when the 360 came out, the library was pretty disappointing. There's only about 15 games, and the reason being developers don't really know what they're dealing with in the early phases of the system. They don't really know what technology they're going to be working with, what processing power, all that stuff. So usually there's just a few first-party games. I remember that the 360 came out with a Call of Duty 2, I believe. So I wouldn't at all be surprised to see Infinity Ward or Treyarch drop a new Call of Duty game as a release. It's been such a formulaic process. I don't see it being too hard for them to just up the graphics, up the processing power, and release some sort of new Modern Warfare or World at War game, something along those lines. You can be sure you're going to see a handful of the sports games, FIFA, Madden, NBA, whatever, 2K13, 2K14. Those are going to be launch titles. Those are just games you can always guarantee are going to come out. They come out every single year, and there's no surprise. And they're good launch titles because sports games sell really well. Everyone wants to have a little basketball game or NFL game in their living room, and it's a perfect thing to pick up with the system to really see what the graphics is going to be like, really see what the processing power is going to be like. And then there's a title I'm really hoping for that's a really big long shot, and that's Halo 5. Halo 4 is going to be dropping November of this year, which is almost exactly a year before the 720 is scheduled to release. So that would give 343 1 year of time to get Halo 5 out as a launch title. And I'm almost positive that's not going to happen. It's just kind of a dream I've had to have a Halo launch title on the Xbox, just like 2001 when the original Xbox came out. It released with Halo, which at the time was a absolutely not known franchise. Same thing with Bungie as a developer. They had made a few PC games that were decent, but as a developer, no one really knew who they were or cared what they had to offer. So Halo kind of saved the original Xbox. Without it, I don't think it would have beat out the PS2. It probably would have gone the way of the Dreamcast. So I'm happy that Halo came out. Still a great franchise today, and that'd be really cool if they can squeeze out Halo 5 in time. And if they don't get Halo 5 out, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some sort of re-release, possibly of Halo 2 on the system, exactly like what they did with Anniversary, just release the same game, up the graphics, and then maybe add some sort of multiplayer component. I would definitely buy a Halo game on the 720 just for multiplayer. I mean, if they just gave me a disc and said, here's Halo multiplayer with some new guns and new maps, I would happily go out and spend $60. Although, I'm sure by the time the 720 comes out, video games are going to be like $80, maybe even $90 a piece. There's no way they'll stay at $60, especially with the used games debacle, which is still going on today, by the way. I thought that was going to end abruptly when the public outroar began, but a lot of companies are right on board with that because they do lose a lot of money on used games. But I think that's going to capsize a launch if Microsoft just came out and said, hey, you need this activation code to play the game, and then it's yours forever. A lot of people are going to be hesitant to buy new games because they're trapped with it. They're stuck with it forever. They can't take it to GameStop if they don't like it. They can't trade it with their friend. So I hope they don't do the used game thing. And that is really all for the video games. Like I said, I mean, the system specs haven't even been announced yet, so there's absolutely no way the developers even know what they're going to be making. So there's no way we can tell what they're going to be making, but we can just take educated guesses. Like I said, sports games and a Call of Duty game are almost locks. Halo 5, really, really, really big long shot, but that'd be a really important launch title. I am out, everyone. Like and subscribe. Check out my channel. I don't care. Do whatever you want. I'll talk to you later.